Are you interested in playing the latest Splatoon 3 side order update? So if you're interested in playing this game into your PC and this game is a Switch game, then this is the perfect video tutorial for you to watch because I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to get started. So first of all, what you need is that you will need to have a copy of all these files that I have highlighted in my desktop, and also you will need to install an application called Yuzu. So for those who didn't know, Yuzu is a Nintendo Switch emulator. It can play any Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of these files here installed into your Yuzu emulator. And I'm going to show you guys that I have Splatoon 3 and it's in version 7.0.0, which is the latest update, which is the side order update here. So these are the base file of the game, the update, and the DLCs to be installed in the Yuzu emulator. But before that, I'm going to show you how to officially download and install Yuzu emulator. And to do this, just open a web browser. Just type in Yuzu emulator in Google search and hit search. Then go to yuzumi.org. That is their official website. Click on the download button, and then you can choose on which system you want it to be installed. You can install it in a Windows device, Windows PC, or a Linux system, or in Android. So for those who are interested in Android, you can download the Android version here, but it should be an Android 11 or higher version in order for you to play it into your Android phone. So for those who are in Linux, just click on this button here to download the Linux version. And for those who are in Windows, just like me, just click on the download for Windows 64 button here to download the latest build of Yuzu emulator. So since I have already installed the latest build of Yuzu emulator, it's in my PC, so I'm just going to skip on this part because the download and installation process for this is really easy to do and is really straightforward. So I'm just going to minimize this now. And I'm just going to assume that you have already installed the latest build of Yuzu emulator. So go ahead, open it, and then we will now need to install some files in Yuzu emulator so that it will be able to play Switch games. So again, these are the files that are needed. These are the Nintendo Switch firmware and the Nintendo Switch keys, and it should be in version 17.0.1 in order for it to play newly released Switch games and all of the previously released Switch games. So also you will need to have the XCI or NSP file format of the games and its updates. So if you're asking me on how to get all of these files, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console, which is fully modded and have fully installed custom firmware in it. Because if it has a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you can now fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. So basically what you need is that your Nintendo Switch console should be in Homebrew, and once you have done that, then you can get and copy all of the firmware file of the Switch and then just transfer them into your PC. So once you have the firmware file and the keys of the game, the next step is to get the game. So there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally. You should own the game legally, buy it, and support the developers, or buy it in the digital store in eShop. And once you have done that, you can now digitally back up legally these games into an XCI or NSP file format, just like mine here. So for those who want to try out and play these games but don't have a Switch and don't know where to get all these files, so all you have to do, guys, is just follow this QR code here in the screen, scan it with your QR code reader into your mobile phone so that you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can get a copy of these files. So be sure to use that QR code reader, and once you're on the site, be sure to copy all of these files and then transfer them into your PC or into your Android phone. So I'm just going to skip on that part because the download installation process for that is really easy to do and is really straightforward. So I'm going to open again Yuzu emulator, and I'm just going to assume that you have a copy of all these files now. Just like mine, I have put them into my desktop, so it's time to install them. So first of all, what we're going to need to install is the keys of the Switch. So go ahead into Yuzu, go to File, hit Open Yuzu folder, and then locate Keys folder, click on that, and then locate the keys zip file. And then drag and drop the product keys and title keys inside of that zip file, and then transfer them into this folder here. So if this is your first installation, then this folder should be empty. Once done, close on that. Now, the next step is to install the firmware file of the Switch. Go back to File again, open User folder, and then locate NAND folder, N-A-N-D. Click on that, and then go to System, Contents, Registered folder, and then open the firmware file in the desktop. The next step to do is just select all the files in the firmware file, and then copy them, and then paste them into the the NAND folder here. So I'm just gonna, because I have closed that. So I'm just gonna paste them here. And again, if this is your first installation, then this folder should be empty. This will copy all of the firmware file of the Switch now so that your Switch will function. Your Yuzu emulator will function now as a Nintendo Switch. Once done, closing this. You'll know the installation is successful because your games will be shown here, and it will show you such mine here. It's shown Splatoon and it shows their game icons. So if you see a game that doesn't have a game icon, that means that you're using an outdated firmware or an outdated key. So be sure to only follow the QR code that we have put on the screen to be able to play these games. Now, it's time to update Splatoon 3 into the latest update. So to do this is just go to File again, install File to NAND, and then locate the game files where you have downloaded. So in my case, I have put them in my desktop. So I'm just gonna go for the side order update first. Click on that folder and then click on this file here because this is the update that we need to install for the base game. So it's almost 5.3 GB file size of the game. Hit open and it will now install this update into the base game. So let's wait for a bit because this will take some time. So now it's moving. So the update is occurring now. The update is quite massive for this kind of game. Now the next step is to install the DLCs. So in order for you to install a DLC of Splatoon, all you have to do is just to go to File again, install Files to NAND, and then locate that DLC file folder. So this is the update DLC. Click on that and then choose this 3 files here and hit open. And it will be checked here and hit install. And this will update the game with the DLC. So once done, hit OK. And as you can see now, your Splatoon 3 will be in the latest version, which is 7.0.0. Now, the next step is to go to emulation and configure. You will need to configure this game to work properly. So let's optimize Yuzu emulator here. So these are my settings here. So be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see from here. Okay. So these are my settings for General tab, System tab here. You can change the System section to whatever you like, but the core section should remain as it is. CPU set to auto. Graphics should be set into Vulkan. Audio set to auto. Controls, I have connected my Nintendo Switch Pro controller here, so if you have an Xbox or PlayStation controller, connect them here, map them up according to your liking, but the dead zone for both left and right sticks should be set in 20%. I'm going to go back to graphics because I forgot to show you my settings here. So again, the Vulkan, and then go to Advanced. Again, pause the video and copy every setting you see here. And once done, hit OK. Congratulations, your Yuzu emulator now is capable of playing Splatoon 3 the side order update to your PC. So a little bit of a disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys gameplay of this game running to my PC because we'll know how strict Nintendo is and they don't support this kind of content. So if I showed you gameplay that Splatoon 3 side order update runs into my PC perfectly in Yuzu emulator, then my channel will be taken down and my videos will be taken down. That's why I hope you guys do understand on that part. But I am willing to compromise a little bit. I'll show you proof that this video tutorial of mine is will be running. So I'm just gonna open Yuzu emulator again because it crashed for some reason. So I'm just gonna open that again and run Splatoon 3 again. Okay. So I'm just gonna boot up into the title screen, guys, to show you proof that this game will run in PC. So I'm just gonna blur the screen here also so that there'll be no copyright issues, copyright strike issued in my channel. So the game is trying to boot up now. So let's wait for a bit. And now we are in the title screen and it will show you the 7.0 update. So I'm just going to stop emulation here. So as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you in this video tutorial, you'll be able to play this game into your PC with no issues at all. But there are some I guess some mild crashes, but it works fine and the game will run fine. So if you have some questions, please do leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching. See you next time and goodbye for now.